Hello everyone, and welcome to the next generation of Microsoft Project. My name is Kenneth Steines, and I will be your tour guide today. As many of you know, Microsoft first launched Project in 1984 as the project manager's desktop tool for task management and scheduling. Since then, Microsoft has greatly expanded the capabilities to really cover end-to-end project and portfolio management, or the building blocks of PPM as we call them. Microsoft, like the rest of us, realized that a lot has changed in project management since 1984, in particular in recent years. More and more people manage projects even if they're not trained to do so. Everyone wants to work their own way, but many of our tools are not flexible enough. Collaboration is obviously critical, but it happens in many different places, which can be chaotic at times. We want to use our data effectively, but since it's in many different systems and locations, it's difficult to pull it all together, and reporting therefore is manual. We need to make better decisions, but no one has the big picture. Hence, Microsoft's focus on a platform for PPM rather than a PPM platform, with a common data service that allows teams to work the way they want while enterprises get the results they need, which is Microsoft's new project management vision and what we will explore today. The new tools from Microsoft started launching roughly a year ago with Home, then Roadmap, and now Project for the Web. Home is where we access all projects and roadmaps. Roadmap is a powerful visualization of priority work in the organization. We see this used mostly for programs, departmental work, or quarterly priorities and the like. Project for the Web, then, is for lightweight project management targeted at the informal project manager. It's entirely cloud-based. It's fast and easy to get started, but also quite powerful. Let's dive in and take a look. We'll start in Home, where I see my favorites up top here, and projects and roadmaps that I've recently accessed, ones that have been shared with me, and those created by me. Let's go ahead and create a new project from the New Blank Project option up top here. I can get started very quickly by just entering some tasks. This project is a survey of the local businesses along the light rail extension. I'll start by adding some kickoff activities. Prepare public service announcement. Core team internal kickoff. Prepare for town hall meeting, and kickoff complete. At this point, I want to start adding people to my project. So I go to Group Members up here, where I first need to give the project a name. Local Business Survey. Now, I can either add this project to an existing group, and I get to see the list here, or we can create a new group, which I'll choose. I'm going to make this a public group so that others can add themselves if they want. And I'll enter a description here. Then I'm going to add Diane, Bill, and Bob to my group. With that done, I can now start assigning people to tasks. I'll add the whole team to the core team internal kickoff. And I just realized that Cindy needs to be part of this project, so we'll add her now, and I get prompted to add her to the group, which I'll do. Diane will prepare the public service announcement, and Bill will prepare for a town hall meeting. Let's add some more columns as well. We're going to need percent complete, start, finish, effort, and depends on. I'll move the percent complete column since I prefer to see it as one of the first columns. Next, I'll add start dates for prepare public service announcement and core team internal kickoff. And then for prepare for town hall meeting, a finish date of December 6th with 20 hours of effort. Since kickoff complete is a milestone, I'll set the duration to 0 days. I will also set the depends on for this milestone so that we can see that all 3 tasks need to be finished before we can call kickoff complete. And while I have this information pane open, I'll show you how we can select other tasks to quickly update data, add dependencies, assign people, and so on. That was just my kickoff activities. Now we'll need to add the detailed work to develop the email campaign. Now, I just remembered that we've developed an email campaign on another project recently, so I'll switch to that project and simply copy the tasks from there. So I can highlight the portions of the work breakdown structure that I want to reuse and simply copy tasks, and then return to my own project where I will paste tasks. What's great about copying and pasting tasks is that it grabs all the supporting data, including assignments for people already in my group. So I have durations, start, finish, effort, dependencies, and so on. Now, obviously, I don't need to keep the percent complete since we haven't even started our project yet, so I'll uncheck each of the completed tasks. And for the one here that's 80% complete, I'll open the information pane and set the percent complete to 0. I mentioned that dependencies get copied too, so let's look at those in the timeline view. This new timeline view is very interactive, so I can simply connect my kickoff complete milestone to the target audience profile task, and also email campaign defined, link that to pilot email messaging in-house. Another thing that we can do in the timeline view is change the duration of a task by simply stretching it. And I can also move a task to a specific date, which I'll do for the town hall meeting task. I'll move it to the week of December 9th. In addition to the grid and timeline, we also have a very nice board view. Here I can see my tasks grouped by finish date, and I'll mark the prepare public service announcement complete. And while I'm here, I'll delete the develop email campaign task since we ended up copying those tasks instead of creating them manually. When grouping by progress, I can easily see tasks that are not started, in progress, or completed. Let's drag core team internal kickoff to in progress since we've started that work. You'll notice it sets the task to 50% complete. Under group by bucket, I can create my own buckets or categories for work. Let's create a few. Email preparation, pilot campaign, and key milestones. And of course, now I can drag tasks into the various buckets. All right, let's take a look at how we can collaborate on a project in Microsoft Teams. Here I have the Municipal Transit Authority team, and there's a channel for the Rider Awareness Email Campaign project that we saw briefly earlier. Since we're in Microsoft Teams, we can have rich conversations about the project, manage all of our files, we can keep our notes about the project, and of course access the project schedule with the board, timeline, and grid views. And we can have conversations about the schedule as well. And with reporting embedded, we can quickly get an overview of the project to see those tasks that are overdue, late, on track, completed, and so on. We can even see the buckets that we created earlier. But this is just one project. We also have access to more comprehensive reporting across all projects in the portfolio, and for that matter, report across schedules in different systems. Here's the portfolio dashboard that shows a roll-up of all projects, and we can filter by those that are not started, completed, or in progress. We can also filter by project manager, and selecting a row in the table cross-filters the data on the page. The portfolio timeline shows a visual representation of the projects. Portfolio milestones filters for those milestones that were completed or supposed to have been completed in the past 30 days, as well as those coming up in the next 30 days. The resource dashboard focuses on resources and their tasks on projects. At the top, we can filter on task progress, task status, and resource. If we mouse over the tasks by status pie chart, we can see how many overdue tasks there are by project. And if we select an individual in the donut chart, we can see the status for that person. Resource assignments goes one level deeper and shows us the task assignments for all the people in my organization. For example, we can pick one of our team members here, Albert, and see his total amount of work, which projects he's working on, and even expand down to see the tasks. The table then shows start and finish dates, as well as progress, effort, effort completed, and effort remaining. The Task Overview report page is really great for helping us identify exceptions and see the status of the detailed work across projects. The table is sorted by the key performance indicators, so we see overdue tasks first, then those that are late, and so on. And dates are highlighted for exceptions as well, just like in Project for the Web. The Project Timeline report is similar to the Portfolio Timeline report we saw earlier, except this one goes all the way down to a task level for an individual project or looking across projects. The My Work report focuses on work for one or more individuals. It's a great way for a team member to see their own work or for a manager to see what his or her team is working on. Likewise, the My Timeline report is a personal timeline view for individuals or a team of people. It looks across projects and shows all of the work filtered for a specific time frame if necessary. Project for the Web and the Power BI template from Microsoft do a really nice job of supporting the lightweight project management scenario. But the real power and the really exciting news is the underlying platform. Project for the Web is built on the Microsoft Power Platform, which means great reporting with Power BI, as we just saw, but also extensibility with Power Apps and notifications and workflow with Power Automate. And with all the data stored in the common data service, we not only get great reporting, but also tight integration into the rest of the Microsoft platform. At Sensei, we've done a lot of work on the Power Platform to support core capabilities like innovation management, collaborative work management, portfolio insights and decision support, portfolio program and project leadership, enterprise resource management, and strategy and investment alignment. Oftentimes, we see 3 different usage scenarios or maturity levels, if you like, with project and work management being for organizations that just need to get a handle on how and where work is performed. Portfolio and program management is more proactive with top-down planning and managing larger initiatives or programs. Strategy execution management then is aligning the portfolio around strategic priorities and tracking benefits realization. So you can think of the Power Platform as wrapping additional functionality around Project for the Web. And it's really a very familiar and consistent experience, as well as mobile friendly. Let's take a peek at what it looks like when it's built out. So here I am in the Active Project Summary by Sponsor view, where I can see which projects we have in the organization, and they're grouped by sponsor. I'll filter for those that are on watch and troubled. Here's that email campaign project we saw earlier, so let's open it. You'll notice at the top we have some supporting information about this project. It's a marketing department project, it's active, and the project manager is Evan. Right below that, we have the governance process, and we can see that we came through the proposal, selection, and planning phases, and now we're in execution. On the business case page, we have the project initiation data, so name, description, proposed start and finish, who the sponsor is. We can set the investment category and location. This project is part of the Municipal Transit Capital Projects portfolio and the Light Rail Expansion Program. We can also set the project KPI here. Then on the right, we have the supporting business case data. This project also has issues, risks, project change requests, actions, decisions, and of course the project schedule with the grid, board, and timeline views. Again, all of this is built with Power Apps as a wrapper around Project for the Web to extend the native capability. We can also use Power Automate, formerly known as Flow, to build notifications and approvals. I'll go back to Teams to show a quick example of that. Here, on the Project Requests tab, I have another Power App that allows our organization to submit formal proposals for new projects. Let's submit a new request. We want to do a survey of local businesses along the proposed extension on Central Avenue. The project would be managed by the PMO, and the investment category is Grow. In the interest of time, I'll write a very short problem statement. And expected benefit. Our proposed go-live date is January 30th. 1,500 hours of estimated effort, $150,000 in proposal costs, but this project is not expected to result in any savings. And I'll submit it for approval. Now Power Automate takes over and sends a notification to the appropriate people and also to the Teams channel. I have an email here from a previous request, and I can approve this proposal directly from here and enter a reason also. When I do that, a new project is created in Project for the Web. As I mentioned though, the notification also goes to the Teams channel, so I'll go there to look for the one we just submitted. Here's the notification for the Central Avenue Local Business Survey, and you see all the previous requests, approvals, and rejections in the conversation feed. I'll go to the Approvals tab to take a look at all the requests we've received. Here I have options to approve, reject, or reassign. I'll approve this proposal and add a brief comment. And here's the notification that the proposal was approved. All right, let's do a quick recap. We get a lot of questions around which Microsoft tools to use to manage work and projects. Think of it this way. Microsoft Planner is a great tool for work and task management for many of the people we might call information workers. Microsoft Project for the Web, in its initial MVP release, is targeted at the informal project manager who needs to manage small and lightweight projects like many of us do. Project Online is for the professional project manager and the PMO who need to manage large, complex projects and coordinate a portfolio of projects and resources. Over time, Microsoft will continue to grow the capabilities of Project for the Web to allow for a deeper integration into Microsoft Teams, additional resource management capabilities, financial management, time tracking, and more. If you have needs today, though, around any of these core capabilities, please don't hesitate to reach out. We can help with any questions you may have or advice on how to get started. Thank you very much for joining us today.